What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So this morning, day after Labor Day, we got some big news as Leon Draisaitl has reset the entire market for superstar players, signing an 8-year deal at $14 million. So I, of course, wanted to run through that deal on top of what it means for the Edmonton Oilers. You can look at a guy like Bouchard, restricted free agent next summer, Connor McDavid, unrestricted free agent in 2026. So we're going to talk about the deal and then talk about the consequences, the impact that this has on the Edmonton Oilers. And when looking at the deal, I don't know that's much strong of an opinion. I'm going to be honest. When looking at it, I think it's a perfectly fine B. Like if I were to grade it, it would get a B. When looking at it, $14 million is a lot of money. It definitely is a lot of money. But the superstar legit, if you're a Draisaitl, like even if you don't like Draisaitl that much, you probably still have him between like 7th or 10th best player in the entire NHL. For me, he's a top 5 guy. He's either 3rd or 4th. Him and Matthews is pretty interchangeable for me. And when looking at this guy's resume, both regular season and especially in the playoffs, he's like has the 5th highest points per game ever. Literally point blank ever. He produces like at the same rate almost as McDavid outside of the Stanley Cup final this year. But when looking at it, he is a legit superstar. Only 106 points this year, but still only 106. But in previous years, 52 goals, 76 assists in 2023 for 128 points, 55 and 55 in 2022, 2021, 84 points in 56 games. And then, of course, in the 2020 season, he won the goddamn Hart, won the Art Ross when McDavid missed some games. He was the MVP of the entire league with 110 points in 71 games. Yes, is he not that good defensively? Yeah, he's not going to win a Selke over the duration of this contract, but he is a legit superstar, offensive, not generational, but he is one of the best players of this generation. When you look at not only his goal scoring, but his assists, his passing is so underrated, not underrated, but he's like arguably a better passer than he is a shooter, and he's a guy that has put up like near 50 goal pace for the last 5 years. So yeah, for Draisaitl, it's a very good deal for him. He becomes the highest paid player in the entire NHL, and you're going to see these guys leapfrog each other. It's similar to the NFL when looking at it. The best quarterback in the entire NFL, usually, well, he isn't. Patrick Mahomes is not the highest paid quarterback. They leapfrog each other. When they need a new deal, they reset the market. It's good for the NHL. It's good for the players. It's good overall. So he's locked up. He's going to be here for the next 9 seasons. Now, the next pending free agent, granted he's a restricted free agent, not an unrestricted free agent, is Bouchard. I don't expect Bouchard to sign a contract this summer, and rightfully so, considering the fact that he's only had 1 elite season. If he does what he did last year, this year, again, another around point per game year, even though, again, he plays on a great power play, he has a great defenseman partner, he's going to get a legit bag. He's going to get 8 years, $9.5 million. He's going to come probably just below the Rasmus Dahlin number. So for him, I would not sign some kind of deal, because right now he'd probably only sign like an 8-year, $9 million deal roughly. But if he has another fantastic season, dominates in the playoffs, he can seriously become like a top 5 highest paid defenseman in the entire NHL. So I don't think Bouchard is going to be heading into it. And if you're the Edmonton Oilers, there's not as much pressure than, say, re-signing Draisaitl, because Draisaitl is obviously the better player, on top of the fact that Draisaitl was an unrestricted free agent. Bouchard is not going anywhere, but he wants to get paid more. And as a result, he's going to play out this season most likely, unless they offer him like an 8-year, $10.5 million today, which I don't think they'll be doing. As for Connor McDavid, I think this definitely bodes well for his chances of re-signing in Edmonton, considering the fact Draisaitl to fully commit for 8 years. There's clearly been conversations between him and McDavid talking about long-term, how they want to win in Edmonton. McDavid can't sign a contract until July 1st of 2025, but I moved my confidence meter from like, I was already at like 85, 90% chance. No, honestly, like 90, 95 that he was going to stay in Edmonton. Now it's probably to like 96, 97. Things can definitely happen, but I think Connor McDavid is in it for the long haul for the Edmonton Oilers. Maybe if he wins a Stanley Cup like next year, maybe it would actually go down a little bit, because maybe he'd leave because he feels like the job is done. But I cannot see Connor McDavid leave Edmonton without winning a Stanley Cup. I feel like when you look at the legends of the game, he knows that you got to win with the team drafted you as a generational talent. So as a result, I think Connor McDavid is going to re-sign with the Edmonton Oilers July 1st, mid-July, probably get it done. What his deal will look like, 8 years, $15 million, I don't think is ridiculous when looking at McDavid. The fact that he's obviously the better player, the no doubt best player in the entire NHL. I don't think that he's going to push for some like 16.5, which he's entitled to. I believe the max that you can get is like 20% of the cap, which, if I do some mental math right now, is probably like $19 million. I don't expect him to like absolutely blow the competition out of the water, even though he's genuinely worth $19 million. I think he's going to come in around, like 15. 15 sounds right to a Draisaitl. Better player than Draisaitl. Get that $1 million extra. And yet again, reset the market for these young players. I have no clue who after McDavid, probably Matthews, then whenever Matthews' 4-year deal is up, then he's going to get like 15.5. But yeah, players are getting paid. It's a good day if you're an Edmonton Oilers fan. This is a very solid contract. Draisaitl has well proven that he can be a consistent around $14 million player. Not a steal by any means. Evan Bouchard deal not coming anytime soon, most likely. And Connor McDavid is most likely signing with the Edmonton Oilers. Let me know in the comments. What do you think about this contract? Do you think it's fair? Do you think it's too much? Do you think he's going to go back to 2020 form and be just as good as Connor McDavid and win a couple hearts and be an $18, $19 million player? And this deal is going to turn into a goddamn steal. Let me know in the comments. What do you think? I'll be seeing you in the next one.